So we're still in hurricane season, obviously. I mean, duh, with the fact that we had Helene there. But, really, September, the early kind of first week and a half of September, the peak of hurricane season. And we can easily have hurricanes and tropical activity well through the month of October because the actual season doesn't end until November 30th. So late September, first couple weeks of October can actually be a very active time. And we've seen some pretty significant storms during that time frame as well, especially during the September time frame. But we can also have some pretty significant ones during the month of October as well. But at least as far as Texas is concerned, the threat usually kind of shifts away from our area as we head through the month of October.
So it could still be an East Coast problem, which is exactly where they don't need any
more.
Yeah,
exactly so. So let's talk about kind of what's brewing out there at the moment and what actually is going on at the moment and what's potentially brewing. We actually have three named storms out in the Atlantic at the moment. We have Isaac, we have Joyce, we have Kirk. Kirk, a tropical storm, Joyce, a tropical depression, Isaac, just kind of what's left of a tropical system at the moment. And then we have another little disturbance off the coast of Africa that is a 90% chance of developing into a system here over the next 7 days. Kirk actually could end up becoming a major hurricane, but the deal with Kirk is just going to kind of curve back out into the open Atlantic. Not concerned with that one. We have another disturbance in the southern Caribbean that will likely move up into the Gulf of Mexico this week and has a 40% chance of developing over the next 7 days or so. I do not see a repeat of Helene with this storm, but I do see maybe a tropical depression, maybe a tropical storm trying to form if it can get its act together in the southern Gulf of Mexico, and then potentially moving back into the Florida area later on this week and maybe into next weekend. And that would be pretty typical because that's where storms usually form during the month of October. It's kind of the eastern Gulf of Mexico, western Caribbean, out over the Atlantic as well. Just the overall weather pattern doesn't really favor Texas. In fact, on record, only 6 tropical storms of hurricanes have ever made landfall in Texas during the month of October. Now, once again, even if this next one, whatever ends up happening with it, does impact Florida, I see at least at this point it mostly just being a rainmaker and not a significant storm like Helene was. Of course, we'll continue to keep our eyes on it, but that's the way it looks like at the moment. Next names on the list will be Leslie and Milton. Leslie will probably end up being that storm out in the Atlantic. There's a 90% chance of developing. So the next one after that will be Milton. And as of course, like I said, we'll just continue to monitor that for you. Dallas, 91 degrees, nothing but sunshine overhead. Get used to the warm afternoons the rest of the week and into this weekend. 91 tomorrow, 88 Wednesday, 90s Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 89 on Sunday. And all those temps are running about close to 5 to maybe as much as 10 degrees above normal for this time of the year, but it does continue to come with low humidity, so our mornings stay cool to comfy, and yes, our afternoons are warm, but it's way better than if we were dealing with humidity out there. Of course, without any moisture, without any humidity, keeps the rain away. Any showers or storms confined to the Texas coast and well out to our east through next week. And by next week, I'm not talking about this week, I'm talking about next week. So this week, this weekend, and next week. Light winds and comfy tonight, 66 your low, and then tomorrow low humidity, a little more on the breezy side tomorrow, as actually we're going to have a front move through the area, but that front really won't cool us off a ton. We go from 91 tomorrow to 88 on Wednesday. It'll just kind of be a reinforcing shot of drier air moving into the area. If we had a lot of moisture, maybe we could get some showers and storms with that front, but we don't, so we're going to stay dry the rest of the week this weekend. And guess what? Over the next 2 weeks as well, I don't have any rain chances in our future. I do have a lot of beautiful weather, cool mornings, warm afternoons, a lot of sunshine, but no rain and a dry forecast for Texas OU, which is coming up here on October 12th.
Ooh, that's going to get here quick too. Thank you, Kyle.